Hey guys, looking to build the Heller 148 F-104 Starfighter from Lockheed. This will be a focused walkthrough of what you get in the box and how to build it. So what's included in the box? You get 3 gray sprues, one clear sprue. You get some photo etch brass detail sheets with 12 parts in it. You also get a turned metal pitot tube. The decal sheet it looks like it's been printed from Edward. It's offering 3 different markings: the USAF, the Luftwaffe, or the Belgian Air Force. So I'm going with the USAF markings. I think they look crisp and fine. You also get some remove before flight papers. At least it says so. I cannot find them included, but they should be there. And finally you get a 24-page full color instructions with details of the build and a paint scheme. This looks like a kinetic original tooling. It's excellent in the fit and detail. It looks very nice. The molding is very crisp and the surfaces are really nice to look at with a high level of detail. There are no flash and sink marks. There are some tiny ejector marks, but they can be removed or filled in with putty. The landing gears are very well designed. I especially like the wheels. I like the way that they are molded. It looks like it's standing on these wheels. They are kind of compressed at the bottom, which is a very nice detail. You can get some additional details. There are some more high quality photo etch parts available for the cockpit, but I haven't invested in those. I think that the parts that come with the kit is more than sufficient for this build. The colors I use are mainly Liquitex and colors from Vallejo. There are no instrument panel decals to this build, but you can get these photo etch decals for more realism. I chose to go with a painted one and then paint all the knobs and dials individually. I'm not going overboard on the pre-shading or post-shading on this, as it's a metal finish, so it's all natural metal finish, and I will do that with a black base coat and then putting on the aluminum paint afterwards. This build is kind of for intermediate and advanced builders. I wouldn't recommend this for absolute beginners, even though the fitting is very nice and the details is very high. For beginners you really need to be careful when you stand the parts. They are a bit on the soft side, and you need to take especially care of painting, especially painting around the cockpit. This Heller produced kit is one of the most premium kinetic F-104 kits that is out there. It represents the most accurate and detailed 1:48 scale F-104Gs that you can buy out there. There are multiple configurations options as well. You can build this machine with or without guns, opened or closed air brakes, wingtip tanks, or pylons, sidewinders. And you can have the gear either lowered or extracted. A little background information about the plane. It's notoriously known as the Widowmaker, the Lockheed F-104 Starfighter. It was a very sleek and very fast airplane, and it was also very unforgiving. The story of the F-104 begins back in early 1950s. It was designed by the legendary Kelly Johnson from Lockheed Skunk Works. The Starfighter was born out of the US Air Force desire for high-speed, high-altitude interceptor, something that could outrun Soviet bombers before they even crossed the western skies. Prototype flew first in 1954, breaking the sound barrier and made altitude records with ease. The F-104 entered service in 1958 with the US Air Force, and it was powered by the General Electric J79 turbojet engine. The sleek look and the razor-thin edge of the wings and the long fuselage and T-tail nicked the missile with a man in it. It was an aerodynamic marvel, but it came at a horrible cost as well. By the 1970s, the F-104 had earned the darker nickname Widowmaker. It was designed for high-speed interceptions of about 50,000 feet, but NATO required low-level strike and reconnaissance missions. In the defense of air and low altitude, the jet tiny wings and high landing speeds made it. In the dense air at lower altitudes, the jet's tiny wings and high landing speeds left almost no room for error. It had some unstable flight characteristics at low speed and required absolute precision during takeoff and landing. And when inexperienced pilots, especially those trained on slower and more forgiving aircraft, tried it, disaster often struck. Germany lost almost 300 aircraft and over 100 pilots in peacetime accidents. Mechanical failure, poor weather, and human error contributed to the large fatal rate. But it wasn't just a machine problem, it was a system issue. Many pilots received limited training, and maintenance crews struggled with the jet's demanding needs. Denmark was one of the countries operating the F-104 as well. They lost 12 out of their 51 aircraft in accidents until retirement in 1986. To this day, the F-104's fatality rate is still among the highest in the aviation history. Despite its flaws, the F-104 played a vital role during the Cold War. It had nuclear strike capabilities, and it stood as a deterrent against the Warsaw Pact aggression. Its speed and altitude performance were unmatched at the early years, giving NATO an edge against high-altitude Soviet bombers. Today the F-104 is remembered with a mix of awe and apprehension. It helped define an aerospace race at the 20th century. The Lockheed F-104 Starfighter was a Cold War icon. It was brilliant, but it was also flawed, and it could be deadly. Okay, I think that was enough history for today, so let's continue with the build and the explanation. First of all, I lay down a basic coat of Liquitex black. This is for making the This makes the aluminum part stand up way better than just straight over a grey base coat. I try to keep the air pressure at 13 psi. The base coat is thinned, but the Vallejo aluminum paints go on straight out of the bottle. And again, using 13 psi and a steady hand to lay down an even coat of aluminum. I need to make sure to get in all the nooks and crannies. And when it has dried, after this I will put on a clear coat to protect the aluminum shine as much as possible. And now on to dry fitting it all into the fuselage. Next step is to put it all together into the fuselage. I have done some dry fitting first, and now comes the part of gluing it all together. It all snaps together very easy. It is a really nice kit. I secure the parts with Tamiya tape just to make sure they align when I start gluing. If you like my work, please consider subscribing to the channel and maybe give this video a thumbs up. It would really help me. I used Tamiya extra thin cement for this build. And the final piece of gluing the vertical stabilizer. Really being careful not to put too much glue on. And some clamps can help holding the pieces together. Carefully removing the tape again. Now on to some final sanding. There were some crannies that needs to be sanded, so I've used some humble putty for this job. It's very easy to sand, I think. And I've put down some Tamiya tape on areas that I don't want to be sanded, just to protect those areas. And after sanding, I'm able to remove the tape to reveal the final result of my fillings and sanding. And it looks nice and smooth. And we've almost made it to the end of this part. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one, where I put together wings, top stabilizer, and the rest of the pieces come together. Thank you for watching.